everybody, this is Bobby with bobbystamps.blogspot.com, and I'm going to show you this beautiful card that I'm making as thank you notes for some people that took my coffee and cards class last week. So I'm just going to write a little quick note on the inside to thank them for coming. So this is the outside of the card, and then I haven't adhered this inside piece because I like to write on them first before I put them down, and I think it's just easier. And then I went ahead and stamped the outside of the envelope too. So I will show you how I made it. I did cheat a little bit. I used some ribbon that is retired, but it just went so perfectly that I could not help myself. So you'll have to excuse me for that. But Lovely as a Tree is the stamp set, and this is my first time ever using the stamp set, and I'm obsessed and in love. And then I'm using the Thanks from the Endless Thanks stamp set. The only ink pad that you're going to need is Early Espresso adhesives, just your normal adhesives, and I'll show you the ribbon I'm using is Early Espresso. It's kind of like a cloth, I'm not sure. Cotton ribbon is what it's called. But it's retired. It was brand new. And I had never used it. So I seen it and I thought, you know what? I'm going to use it. So I'm going to take a piece of Early Espresso cardstock. And this is just your standard A2 size card. And it's cut at 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And then I'm using the envelopes. I can't think of the name of this. Crumb cake, I think, is the envelope. So we will, let me just go ahead and grab my piercing mat, and while I'm showing you, we'll just stamp these things really quick. And this is the one I've been using. This card's super quick and goes together really quick. So I'm using the leaves, and I've just been stamping the corner and then turning it and stamping it there. And then I just have been stamping the back flap where I will seal it. I'm using a piece of Very Vanilla, and this is cut, I want to say, let me get my, I can't remember now what I cut it at. This is cut at 4.5 by 3. So it's 4.5 by 3. This is what we're going to stamp the trees on. And then this is a piece of Very Vanilla for the inside. And we'll just go ahead, and I've been stamping off, so let me grab my paper to do that with. I just put one in each corner, like so, so that way I have room to write my little note. And then this is a piece of Sahara Sand, and what I've been doing with it is creating my background. So you will need a piece of paper to stamp off on. So I've just been inking it up and stamping off, and then just randomly placing the leaves, and I've been making sure that I turn my stamp so that way we don't have them all going in the same direction. And I also like to stamp off on the corners. Okay, so that looks really good. We'll leave that there. I'm going to move that out of my way. Now the piece that we're going to do the trees on, just want to ink it up really well. Make sure you have ink all over all your trees. And I kind of stamped down just a bit because I wanted to make room for my ribbon. Kind of center it. Just hold it for a second and pull up. Isn't that a beautiful image? And then we'll just go ahead and grab our thanks, and I just stamped it right there in the corner. I love that font too. So that is it. That's all the stamping. Grab our ribbon and our tape. Let me grab my snips. And then we'll just adhere that. I kind of cut off way too much, but that's okay. It's retired. You can see I messed up. I didn't have enough ink on my stamp, so I just flipped it over. This one I'm not giving to anybody. This is the one I saved to do the video with, so it's all good. I like to keep a sample of each one of the cards I make, so that way if I ever want to go back and make it, I can. I'm going to take some Fast Fuse, maybe if I'm not out. And I just adhere that. Let's go ahead and put this piece on first. Just adhere that, get it centered like so. Then we'll take this piece and just center it right in the middle. And then grab our ribbon. And just make a bow. And then just snip that off where we think we're going to want it to end up. Just going to pull this side just a little bit more. And this side as well needs to come down just a, oops. Okay, that looks good. I'm just going to trim it up just a little bit. It's just a little bit long for my liking. And then I'm just going to pull them together one more time like so. Pull that one down a little bit more. Grab me a glue dot. Just put that on the back. And then I kind of just put it, not really in the center, but off to the side. And then when I do get it, and then I rocked on that one. So you guys can see, not everything turns out perfect your first time. Flip the cardstock over and start over. So there's that, and there's my cute little envelope, and I'm just going to write a cute little note inside that tells them thank you for coming to my card and coffee class. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will have the supply list on my blog minus the ribbon, but I'm sure that Stampin' Up! Has current ribbon that would make this card look just as pretty. Thanks for stopping by, guys.